Good morning. Welcome to this new slow life. My name's Erin. Thanks for showing up today. I wanted to go through my food kitchen box. I just got back from my freezing cold job in the volunteer food kitchen making a meal for 600 people. And they sort through all the food. It's already been through the food bank, and then it goes to the food kitchen. And then anything that is kind of on its last legs, they'll give to me and to another guy to feed his hens. So I have pasta. And I already have some of these from last time in the freezer. So I'll put these in the freezer and pull those others out. Let's see what else. They give me bags, empty bags, because I'll reuse those. I have mangoes, 1, 2, 5 mangoes. I'll cut them, freeze them. And then I've got zucchini. I know what I'm going to do with the zucchini. This is a little swirly thing that spirals the zucchini. So these will go in my bowls for the week. I have a lot. But when you spiral them, it's almost like a whole zucchini will go into my bowl. And then some really pathetic parsley, which I will either freeze or dehydrate. And that's it. I'm excited. Got a little work to do today. I have beans, pinto beans that are just finishing up. I have garbanzo beans that I soaked overnight that are going to go in there. I want to tell you how I do that. The beans are in the pot, and I put this in, just a piece this big of this seaweed, and 1 clove of garlic. And this is supposed to help break down the hard to digest enzymes. I started working away in the kitchen, and I thought maybe I should show you how I cook my beans. So these are soaked garbanzo beans, and the water inside is about like canning. It's about 1 inch above the beans. And I take a clove of garlic, just a small piece, and I put that in. I am going to do cumin. This is my favorite spice, so you don't have to do any spices. Putting this in. Pressure cooking for, believe it or not, 10 minutes. Not very long because they've been soaked. And we're gonna do the natural release. I mean, those Instant Pots are amazing. You just set and go. Especially, I love natural release because I don't have to be nearby. Pinto beans came out of the Instant Pot. I put them in here to cool. And you need to know, you store your beans in a liquid. So it needs a nice big container. And all of this will carry me through the week and more. I'll probably take a small container, maybe the cup, and put 1 cup of each bean in the freezer so that I have a grab and go moment as well. I also have these canned. I just kind of save that for the very last minute if I don't want to pull anything out of the freezer. So I have my whole kitchen ready for any last minute meal. Let's continue to move along this Sunday prep. Tofu And I have a way that is absolutely a 10. I've just pulled it out of the container. I haven't drained it. And I want cubes because it's going to be in my lunch bowls. I have a pot of water going. And we will be salting the water. Teaspoon's fine. Heaping. Get that boiling. Then we're going to peel these and make a marinade for the tofu. Both of these are going to go in the air fryer. Lunch is going to be awesome. I love making my lunch bowls. It's so good for you, fills you up, and it's also fast food. And the coolest thing about taking time to prep your lunches or your meals is it is good for your soul and good for your mental health. Feeding yourself rather than having other people be responsible for feeding you by a phone call, DoorDash, going out, it's often never as good as being at home and prepping. And none of this is gourmet cooking. It's just all together, it really works. Let's put together a marinade for the tofu. So the cool thing about tofu is when you boil it, because of osmosis, it pulls the liquid out. It kind of opens up the pores, for lack of a better word, and it takes in that marinade. And then these aren't mushy. They're kind of a good rubbery. I know that sounds weird, but they're a good rubbery. So let's get making the marinade in the tofu and the oil and spices that we're going to toss this in before it goes into the air fryer. I guess today is kind of a gadget day, right? We have Zoodles with our little Zoodle maker. We have our Instant Pot, and we have our air fryer. Those make life easy. I love it. Tofu's going in the boiling pot. Setting the timer for 3 minutes. We're going to make our marinade. So I'm pouring in my favorite Greek olive oil. I like my olive oil to come from one country. I don't care what country it is, one country. 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. A lid is a tablespoon. No, a lid is a teaspoon. Do 2 teaspoons. And then oregano, salt, and garlic powder. Or I couldn't find oregano, but I got these Greek herbs as a gift from Williams-Sonoma, and it has all the deliciousness that I want for my marinade. And we're going to whisk it together. So when the tofu is done, it's going in here. And we will, meantime, continue to peel. Here's our compost bowl. We'll just keep peeling and get ready, and we'll pivot as soon as the tofu is ready. I know that I'm retired and I have time to do this. At the same time, I did a Sunday prep when I was raising my kids. It made the week a lot easier. Working full-time, raising kids, dedicate some time to the kitchen to help the week go smoothly. When you boil your tofu, it means it doesn't have to sit in the marinade as long. So if you don't have time, then this is perfect. So I'm just going to have this sit for like 20 minutes and then we'll put it in the air fryer probably after we do these. I also have my garbanzo bean labels already made up. This is my Pinto. This one's going in the freezer. The larger one's going in my kitchen for all of my needs for the week. Also, this will tell me we can do quick tacos during the week. Tofu's marinating. Sweet potatoes are being cut. My favorite kitchen tool, the scooper. Drizzle with my lovely Greek olive oil. This is very interesting. Both of these are bulk. Chili powder is not created equal. This one is hot as hell, and it's semi-ruined some of my food. I found one that actually says mild, so I have a label on each one. We're going to go with mild because in my bowls I do frozen jalapenos or my canned and pickled jalapenos, so I have plenty heat. I'm going to do a dash of onion powder. That's chili, and then my favorite of all, cumin. Can't live without it. And we're just going to toss our potatoes, sweet potatoes, in this. And then I'm going to put it in the air fryer for 20 minutes on 350. And then I'm going to toss it in between. So 10 minutes, then come and shake it, and 10 more minutes. An air fryer is a game changer, especially if you don't like to waste food. When you're at a restaurant and you want to not have to chow down all your fries because they're going to be terrible the next day, not in an air fryer. Everything's better. So we absolutely do not waste food when we go to a restaurant. So here they are. And then they're going to come out, shake, 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 and put them back in. I'm excited. Garbanzo beans finished, storing in their liquid. Pinto beans finished. Air fried, marinated tofu. Sweet potato. In the interest of being completely transparent, I'm going to show you my dishes. And there's my dishes being watched over by Mary. I'm going to move some of my tea into those jars. There's my Instant Pot, 2 weeks of towels that I have to do. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen to observe my weekly routine, which changes every week depending on what we have left over. But now I can go into the week knowing I got it dialed in, and there won't be fast food for us, and we probably won't even be dining out. So better mental health, saving money, another daily win. Ciao for now.